Hey guys, welcome back to Deep South EDC. We're doing a late night lunch break live. So I'm working the overnight shift at work right now. So I thought on my lunch break we'd do a lunch break live. So I think today we'll take this thing apart. So what this is one of those, it's like a survival bracelet. It has a bunch of survival gear inside. So these were real popular about 10 years ago. Everybody wanted one of these paracord things. So it does have one of these compasses on here, and this compass looks like north is that way, and this is pointing this way. So, I mean, it's accurate-ish. So let me get the camera turned around, and we'll start taking it apart. We'll see what it entails and what it contains, and we'll see what it can do. So hold on one second. All right, guys, so we got a little attachment point here. It's got this rubber band thing. Whoops, sorry, camera. And it has this extra tail of paracord here, and it has this like clasp here. It has these sharp teeth. Now what those teeth do, you're supposed to be able to scrape this ferro rod here. So let's see if we could get some sparks off of it. Oh no, I like to stand for this, so let me stand for it. There you go. One more. Ow. There you go. So we can probably figure out how to strike a fire with that. Let me turn on this light. We might need some extra light. All right. So outside appearances, we got a bunch of paracord. Now it's weaved with this like rubber band material here, so that's pretty cool. The little buckle clasp thing, it has these sharp teeth. They are pretty sharp, so they do cut, and it feels like this thing has a 90-degree spine all around, so we could use it to scrape. We have this compass here. We'll let it settle a little bit. So it's pointing north for the most part. It's not the most accurate. We got our little tail end here with our little ferro rod. And then here, we got a whistle. So let's see if it works. It's pretty loud. All right, so let's tear this thing down. Let's see how we can do it. So we can see here that that this is where the tag ends were when this bracelet was made, and it's melted there with a lighter. You can tell the paracord is melted there. So what I'm going to do, it looks like we could just slip this thing out. So I'm going to do that. It'll make it a little bit easier on us. I've got to keep an eye on the clock, folks, because I got to, like I said, I'm on my lunch break. So remember, this is our last ditch, all we have left. So we're going to pretend we don't have a knife on us. So already kind of having some problems, but we got it undone. This is melted together here. So maybe we'll use this a little bit, try to get it apart without cutting ourselves. There we go. That did the trick right there. All right. I am on my overnight shift, so I need the caffeine. All right, so we'll just unweave this now. This is gonna be the longest part of the video, I think. All right, so I like the way that they did this. I have made paracord bracelets like this before with the survival kit inside with the rubber band weaved in them. So I was real into slingshots and stuff. You know, back in the day when I got into all of this like survival mode stuff. So I could appreciate having the rubber bands in here. Or the tubing, I guess, is really what it is. It's rubber tubing. So if I were in a survival situation, I could definitely find a Y-shaped branch, and I have this rubber here. Now I know from personal experience that this rubber tubing makes excellent slingshot bands. You can make loop tubes, you can make a single tube or a single band slingshot if you're going to shoot some smaller projectiles. I'd recommend, if you're in a situation, to do like double banded, like double loops. Just you get a little bit more strength and resistance, and you're able to project or to fling heavier, you know, whatever you find out there. If you're lucky enough to find something like really round. Man, it's a survival situation just getting into your survival kit. So I was going to do this outside, but it was raining a lot and it's really, really windy. So when I first got here around 9 o'clock, it was about 70 degrees. And right now it's about 54 and windy. Windy as heck. Now, I don't know how many feet of paracord this is coming with, but it seems like a lot. I mean, it's going to be at least 8 feet. We could do something with that. That is the chair making that noise, I promise. All right, let's weave through the compass. Yeah, these little button style compasses, from my own personal experience, are not accurate at all. All right, we're having some trouble with this melted paracord getting through the compass here. It's live, folks, live. I knew we'd have some trouble. Just trying to kind of beat that down a little bit. There we go. Now we got the other side. So I've been playing this video game on my phone. It's on an emulator for the Nintendo 64. It's a game I used to play a lot when I was a kid, called WCW versus NWO Revenge. So I've been thinking about doing a live stream where I just play that game, you know, win some championship matches. What do you guys think about that? Would you be interested in anything like that? If yeah, let me know in the comments. Let me know either way. because I don't want to do it if nobody wants it. But I don't know. If you're an old man like me in your 30s or so, you know, bring back some memories. It's very nostalgic. All right, we got the compass out finally. There we go. We're almost done. The thing about the Cobra weave like this is the weave that this is called, that the bracelet is made out of, is it just takes freaking forever to get undone, but it's a good weave to know. I've had this bracelet for about 10 years now, so we'll see how it's holding up. I've never had to use it, luckily. I have another one similar. Well, it's actually just like it, but I took the compass off or it broke or something. And the ferro rod, it came with a broken ferro rod, so I put a new one on, a new, you know, one of those little mini ferro rods. And it's working just fine. I mean, I don't wear it anymore. Those bracelets aren't part of my everyday carry anymore. They seem to have gone out of style. I remember Wazoo had, like, you know, they had a bunch of different ones ranging from like, you know, 40 to 100 bucks, man. 100 bucks for a fucking paracord. So that's when I started making my own, because I could buy all the components to put inside. You buy them in bulk. You could, that way you can make multiple bracelets, and you learn a skill and you make a bunch of bracelets to give away to people because you have all of the equipment. So you get more bracelets for the same price, I feel. I mean, nothing against Wazoo. They're a business, they're trying to make money, but I'm a poor person, so try not to spend money I don't have. All right, we got the little packet out. We'll check that out in a second. We're almost done unraveling this bracelet. So we want to get that rubber out. All right, here's our rubber tubing. And here is the rest of the bracelet. So here's the whistle, our ferro rod, and we got about, I'm 5 feet, so this is folded in half. I'm 5'6", so I'd say we got about 10 feet of paracord here, which isn't too bad at all. We could do some stuff with 10 feet of paracord. And then this rubber tubing, nice and stretchy. Yeah, this is nice slingshot material. We have our little rubber band here. That was our clasp. Let's get into the kit. It's the first time I've ever taken one of these apart, so this is kind of interesting. So it comes in this like plastic, like straw type material. So let's see if we can get everything out without cutting it open, because I'd want to save it. I mean, I already see a hole in it right here, so I don't know if it's worth saving. All right, so the first thing we got is some fishing line here. I don't know how many feet it is. Let's see. I don't know how we're going to get into this thing without cutting it open. Let's try it. Let's see on this side. All right. On this side, we got one alcohol prep pad. So this is cool. We could use this either to clean a wound, but I would probably use this to get a fire going with our ferro rod and our striker, to be honest. And you know, this bag it's kind of shot, so I'm just going to cut into it. Today's cutting tool is the Leatherman Skeletool. So I would have liked to try to keep this straw thing, but it is what it is. Survival, remember? All right. Got some interesting things in here. All right. So we got, looks like we got two little fishing lure type things here on some wire. And then it looks like we got a little tinder bundle here. I don't know what this is, but it looks like it might be like burlap or, you know, I don't know, maybe some coconut husk, but that's cool too. All right. All right, we got two hooks. We got a large hook and a small hook to go with our fishing line and our lures. Looks like we got two lead weights. They'll do the job. We got a couple of spinners here that don't really spin. Interesting. And then we have two safety pins. So we could do a bunch of different things with these safety pins, so that's pretty nice. So all in all, not a bad little kit. I mean, I could start a fire real easily with everything here. The compass, it would give you a general direction. I wouldn't trust it. Sorry, we had Mardi Gras going on, so you hear a bunch of sirens in the background. I live here in southern Louisiana, so this fishing kit would probably actually do me really good. There are a lot of different waterways around, and you know, there's going to be a lot of accessible areas to fish if I were in a situation down here anyway. So there you go. That was the survival bracelet breakdown. So I think what I'll do, excuse me, is I'll bag all this up and then I'll do a video. We'll try to make a fire out of this. We'll put the little fishing kit together. We'll find like a bottle or something. We'll make a little fishing rod and we'll see if we can do something with it. I'm really interested in seeing what I could do with the rubber band, with the rubber tubing. Now I am noticing, now this bracelet is really old, so this rubber, I can tell it is pretty compromised. When you stretch it, you can see it's like pulling apart here, like it's not fresh rubber. So maybe I might be a little hesitant using this. I have some more of this tubing at the house, so maybe I'll just cut a length that's the same length, and we can you know, simulate that. The paracord, we could hang a tarp with that. We could do a shelter. So we got some stuff we can do. So we'll try that out. So that'll be fun. Ooh. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with me on my lunch break, my late night lunch break. I had a good time. That was pretty interesting. I've never taken apart one of those survival bracelets before. I wish I could have kept that tubing. That's one thing I would have liked. Because we probably could have done something with that. So one thing that I probably, if I were the maker of this bracelet, I maybe would have added maybe some sort of like gallon-sized plastic bag like a Ziploc bag, or even one without a zipper. And I would also, or a quart size rather, I would do a quart size bag, and I would do 1 or 2 of those like tablets that disinfect water. That's what I would do. I'd mix the compass. The fishing kit is okay. I would maybe, personally, I would add a needle and some thread, and I would rely on the needle for my magnetic north, the thread for sewing, the needle for sewing. You could use the needle with the strands on the paracord. We can also use the strands on the paracord for the inner strands for adding to our fishing line. So there are many options. I would have added, like I said, the bag, the water disinfectant, and the sewing kit. So all in all, not a bad kit. Like I said, we'll test it out. I'm going to bag it up and I'll do a video on it. I have tomorrow off since I'm working the overnight shift. So I get off around 5. I might, go to sleep for a little bit, but we'll get something out there for you guys. Anyway, I put out a video earlier today. It's the first one I've done in a while. I was sick with COVID, and it's been hard trying to get motivated since I've recovered from that on putting videos out and actually getting ideas and doing it all. But I have my motivation now, so I made one this morning. I put it out earlier today, so I'm fired up. I'm ready. We got more videos coming your way, guys. I just made a Utreon page, and I'm still trying to figure out how all that works. So it asked me if I wanted to move my videos from YouTube to Utreon, or if I wanted them to pull them. I said yes. So far, nothing has been moved, and I haven't been able to figure out how to upload anything to it either. So for now, find me on YouTube and find me on Rumble. I got some random stuff going on Instagram. I have a Facebook. I'm not really on Facebook, but everything I post on Instagram goes to Facebook. In case you don't have an Instagram and only have a Facebook, you can still see what I'm doing. Y'all can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me at Minds. And if you want to support the channel, no pressure. I'm poor. It's hard for me to support other channels, but once in a while I'll kick $1 or $5. So I totally understand if it's not for you, but if you want to help support the channel, I have my Cashapp link down below. And you could also go to Minds and you can become a producer and join the channel. I'll give you a credit at the end of every video. And Minds is a cool place to be. They actually pay you to be on there. It's really cool. Anyway, you guys can find me everywhere at DeepSouthEdc, and find me on Rumble, find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Minds, and yeah, thanks for preparing and protecting with DeepSouthEdc. Remember, y'all, stay well regulated. Happy Mardi Gras, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.